The Braves will be shooting from left to right from my commentary position here, and Albion Rovers will get the action underway here. Looking smart to stay in the white shirts as Cammy Bredner looks to latch onto a long ball from Bernie White. The loose ball does drop down to John Guff in the middle of the park, and Landon Walker is able to spin now towards the edge of the box. Nice footwork to get away from one. Into the box he goes, pokes through the legs of a man to Conor McLaren, who shoots, keeper stays down low, and the rebound comes out, and the Braves have their first big chance of the game there. It does go out for a goal kick, but some fantastic play from Lennon at the edge of the box there. And well saved down low by the goalkeeper, Conor McLaren, going close to that low drive there. Don't see many players height advantage on Daniel Martins, but you see that here as Greg Stewart deals with that ball into the box. It does drop down to the edge of the box, though it's held up by Barry Duncan. A shot will come now, right-footed. Comfortable save for Bernie White. Smothers the ball, holds onto it there. But first shot on target for our opposition. Bit of a snapshot coming there from Kirkpatrick. Comfortable for Bernie, who rolls out short to Daniel Martins, the edge of his box here. Jack Brown wants to touch it inside, but the high press has worked out here, and Kirkpatrick's got the ball again, pops it inside. Christian Getka gets a foot to it, we can't stop it here. It's held up now. Comes back to Kirkpatrick, edge of the box, shoot, right-footed, takes a little nick. Bernie White down low to save comfortably once again, but a couple of chances in quick succession for our opposition today. About halfway, try to find a pass up left-hand side, and it's going to run to Jack Brown, who's able to take a touch and clip it up long towards Ross McNeil up top. Back into his man, doesn't quite reach him though. Loose ball drops down in midfield for the opposition. Number 10 here, and a bit of space for Kirkpatrick. Clip the ball into the box, a really clever pass here. Bernie White comes out, smothers it, and Braves survived that one there. Really clever bit of play in the middle, run. But it will be a corner kick for our opposition to come now, and plenty of targets in the middle for them. It's Greg Stewart, the task of marking Bright Prince, and it's going to be an out-swinging ball to come from the left-hand side. Barry Duncan to send it in here. He's looped it into a dangerous area, drops down the middle, a touch comes, it's cleared off the line by John Guthrie. Braves deal with that, but straight back out to Barry Duncan on the left-hand side, who'll look to send it back into the middle of again. Just reading the play from that corner kick and just find himself in the right place to scoop it away clear. Heads down a long ball to Christian Getka, it comes to Jack Brown now, slips it up to Cammy Bredner. And that's a lovely bit of play to give it back to Jack Brown, who's charging up here, sends the ball in towards Lennon Walker. It's not going to drop to him, comes all the way back to Conor McLaren, edge of the box, touches back onto his right foot, back to Lennon Walker just at the penalty spot. He shoots, and he scores! And the Braves are ahead, it's Lennon Walker. A low drive into the bottom right corner. And the Caledonian Braves lead here, and the players are all celebrating. 57 minutes on the clock here, and the deadlock is broken by Lennon Walker. His third goal of the season already for Lenny. A really good finish, and the bench erupts in front of me here as well. I've been just taking the sting out a little bit here, which is important for them at this moment of the game. These are two well-matched teams, I think you'd have to say it. Braves at times, sometimes from my viewpoint, maybe just showing that they've got a bit more quality though in that final third. And oh my goodness, a bit of sloppy play at the back there, and Ross Connolly almost concedes what would have been a pretty shambolic own goal there. As Michael Payton in goal scoring form in the week himself, so certainly knows how to score a goal. Experienced player Ross McNeil, shot at the edge of the box, and he's caught that well, Ross McNeil. And I almost thought from out of nowhere the Braves had their second goal. A bullet strike from Ross McNeil there, looking for the top right corner, flies just over. Conor McLaren left foot, ball into the middle, finds Reg McLaren, gets his head onto it there, and just about can't quite find the target. Albion keeping the pressure up the right hand side. Greg Stewart comes across to deal with it. And that's frustrating there for the Braves to give it away. A free kick right down by the corner flag. Harsh on Greg there, who just came across to deal with the play, and last ditch territory here for our opposition if they want to get a level up. He's going to be swung in by Duncan now. Flashed across the near post, the header comes and hits the underside of the bar and goes in. And Albion have got a late leveller here. A late heartbreak for the Braves. Frustrating coming from that set piece that was whipped in with power, flicked in. It was a light free kick, which is probably the frustrating thing for the Braves. Ricky Waddell's not happy, and Ricky Waddell's actually received a red card here for his complaints there. He really isn't happy, the Braves manager. With the linesman, he'll have to make his way off it. And that's just heartbreaking for the Braves. He makes his way off the park in front of us here. Scores all level now, late on. And And that is the full-time whistle there. Couldn't come any later than that. So John, we come into this week for East Stirlingshire on Wednesday. Coming into this game on the back of that draw on the weekend, how do you reflect on the game against Albion Rovers?
It was a tough one, obviously.
Hello and good evening, I should say, from Alliance Park for today's Lowland League game between the Caledonian Braves and East Stirlingshire. We're looking forward to a good game this evening here at Alliance Park. The weather's holding out nicely, a nice sunny evening here, and the boys making their way out onto the park in front of us, as you can see in their white and blue kits. Getting ready for tonight's game, East Stirlingshire in all red here. As we look ahead to the third Lowland League game of the season here. I hope everyone's looking forward to this evening's game here. As the Braves look to...
So the players are out in the park, the referee's just checking the goals, and we're just about ready for kick-off. Enjoy the game.
And after a quick word there from club chaplain David Ramsey, we'll be set to kick off pretty soon. The teams are going to switch sides for this first half here, so the Braves won't be kicking off in their traditional left to right here from our commentary position. But that worked out pretty well on our opening day victory against Caledonian Rovers. Of course, a 6-0 victory in that one, followed up by a 1-0 draw this weekend. Running through the Braves lineup today, it's an unchanged back seven, a familiar look of Bernie White in goal, followed up by Jack Brown, Daniel Martins, Greg Stewart and Robbie Stewart. In front of them, it's John Guthrie and Christian Getka. Zach Butterworth returns on the right. We have Conor McLaren on the left, Lennon Walker in the number 10 position, supporting Reg McNeil up front, who's in for his first start. And we can see the Callan boys making a bit of noise across on the far side as well. Bit of atmosphere for this game, and it is going to be Reg McLaren to kick us off here at Alliance Park as John Guthrie sends a ball immediately up the right hand side, looking for Zach Butterworth. Great to see all our comments coming in as ever today. I'll do my best to keep tracking all the comments coming through from around the world. Just me on commentary today. Fraser along at short notice for today's game, of course, which was meant to be played at the Falkirk Stadium initially, before being moved to Alliance Park on Monday evening. So a last minute change for the Braves, but we're more than ready to go here. As Conor McLaren flicks the ball around the corner, where Gomez gets his first touch of the ball for opposition. Former Senegal international in midfield for East Stirlingshire, a well-known name in Scottish football, former Dundee United and Hearts as well. Certainly has plenty of experience. He had a great game here last time the sides did meet last season, which was a 1-0 victory for East Stirlingshire. Hopefully the Braves can pick up a better result today. And Jack Brown goes along to pick up the ball for a throw-in on the far side. It's going to be Jack Brown to take the throw, the right back launches it up the line, looking for Zach Butterworth, and Reg McLaren's going to get a touch there and gives it back to Jack, who pops it inside. That one's going to be intercepted and out of play. You can see Zach just down on the surface right now, just fixing up his boot. He's okay to continue, and the Braves are in possession at the back with John Guthrie, who gives it to Greg Stewart. But he's lost the ball up there, steps in, and he's given away a foul there. I think it's just at the edge of the box there, and it's a straight red card for Greg Stewart as well. Not the start to the game the Braves wanted here at all. Greg Stewart being sent off, just 3 minutes on the clock here at Alliance Park, and it's going to be a difficult afternoon now, certainly for the Braves. Greg Stewart, disappointed with that one. Just being dispossessed. He's a cool head on the ball. Usually trust him at all times, but unfortunately losing that there, and Ricky Waddle's probably going to have to reshuffle the pack a bit here. We're going to see this free kick taken here, popped down at the edge of the box by Greg Spence for our opposition. O'Reilly given the left-footed option as well. It is close in, he'll do well to get it up and down, but he could just fire this onto the target of Bernie White. Certainly would make a few issues for him here, but the Braves down to 10 men, and this is going to be a long 85 minutes ahead for them now. And it's going to be Greg Spence to hit it right-footed. Just hits the woodwork and bounces wide and out for a throw in there. The Braves surviving a big scare. So, as I mentioned there, it is going to be a tough shift for the Braves now, and it does look like they've had a little just mix around with the players on the park already. At this moment, no changes made. You can see Jack McDowell picking up his shot on the far side. As things stand at the moment, Jack Brown slotted one from right back into the middle, and John Guthrie slots into right back, but certainly not the natural positions of our players there, as the Gaffers lines up with a bit of a makeshift back line, and Jack Brown sends it up clear towards Reg McLaren, who flicks it on and out of play into the stand here. Bit of a tangle in the middle of the park there. Lennon Walker getting involved. Play resumes with East Stirlingshire back in possession, but it's quickly turned back to John Guthrie here for the Braves, who will check back for the ball all the way to Bernie White. Greg Spence putting the pressure on up high, and Bernie have to tackle that one up clear. Stirlingshire in possession of the back now. Braves for now, not making any changes. I can see Leanne, our physio, having a long word with Jack McDowell, who's the natural choice to come in at centre back. But he is returning from a 9-month injury, and as the ball is sent into the box towards Greg Stewart, is going to get a touch straight into the hands of Bernie White. Jack McDowell returning from a 9-month injury. We will not want to rush that at all, of course, and you probably feel like Jack might have more like half an hour, 45 minutes in his legs, and what effectively would be a full 90 minutes at this stage. So for now, we're going with this makeshift back line, and losing Greg early on, as I say, is a huge disappointment for the team, because he has been so important to what our success has been, of course. The Braves are pressing up high now, and they've won the ball back. Christian Getka, a bit of a slight pass there though, trying to find Lennon Walker, who's dropped one deeper into centre midfield alongside Christian. Not a natural position to him, or an attacker, of course, and or a position advance up the right hand side now. Jamie Penker sends it back to Gomez, gives it to Greg Spence, flicks it around the corner. That's a nice pass. The ball is fired across the face of goal. John Guthrie in the right position to hack that one away and survive another scare there. The Braves captain finding himself in the right place. We have seen him feature as a right back in the past. Certainly got some versatility in him as John Guthrie. Over the last season, certainly last year, he held down that central midfield position, his natural role. It's good to know he can step across in there if needs be, and 6 minutes on the clock. Big piece of defending there from the Braves captain there. Not too much time to settle and set this game up here, because it's certainly been a quick start to the game as the Braves defend this corner here. John Guthrie once again in the right place to send it away clear, and the ball's going to be picked up by Sean Brown, who loops it back into the middle. Header from Jack Brown there to John Guthrie, tries to complete the clearance, and the second ball is going to be picked up now by Guthrie himself and gives it to Landon Walker inside, who retreats back to Daniel Martins. Into John Guthrie on the right now. The Braves being pressed up high, as you'd expect, with this man advantage for East Stirlingshire, and Daniel Martins decides to send the long ball up towards Conor McLaren, who's done well to win his flick on there, and he's going to chase the ball down himself. Puts the pressure on, and that doesn't look good here, certainly. East Stirlingshire man down, holding his knee immediately there. And that certainly looks a sore one there. Immediate consign here for East Stirlingshire defender. He's in a lot of pain there. Certainly no contact between the players there, just after the matter. Looks like he might have planted his foot on the surface there, and I'm getting some treatment now, so Braves taking this as a chance to get a few messages onto the park, which is going to be important at this stage, of course. Thoughts with the East Stirlingshire defender that's down here. As I say, just sort of planted his leg there and perhaps twisted that knee in the surface, and a very good sign. Player down there's much discomfort. Reg McLaren immediately crossed the check on and in, but as I say, for the Braves, a bit of a makeshift back line, and you can see the conversation still going on with Jack McDowell and Ricky on the side of the park. Zach Butterworth getting some instructions from Ross Patterson. Zach, last minute addition to the starting lineup today. Thank goodness that he was available and fit, because Cammy Bredner's picked up a knock as well. Aidan Clougherty out. All three of our options really on that right hand side, all picking up knocks at the same time, but Zach's a crucial player for us and missed our last game with a slight hamstring strain, but he was in working in the week and was one of the first players to arrive today with Cammy Bredner for his fitness test. Thankfully he's okay to play on the right wing, and great to have him there. We know how important an option he is. He missed out on the weekend against Albion Rovers and up front as well. Good to see Reg McLaren in for his first Braves game as well. First start, I should say, sorry, after he scored in his debut on the opening day. The opposition player is now carried off to the side of the park here. But appreciate all the comments coming in from around the world. I'll do my best to answer up to everyone coming in. It's just a one-man gig today, of course. I'm across all the socials and the stream as well today, making sure everything's running smoothly. Drop any comments in if the stream does buffer or break up at any points, please, so we can get that fixed up as soon as possible. But on the park, Robbie Stewart's going to get play resumed once again. He sends it back to Christian Geck now, facing Braves midfield, and clips it off his man. It's going to be a Braves throw in here. For anyone who tuned in and missed the first 5 minutes of this game, the Braves are down to 10 men, so having to do this without Greg Stewart. It's Christian Getka pings a nice crossfield pass to John Guthrie. Pops it into Zach Butterworth, looks to hold it up and gives it back to Guthrie. Loops it into the box here, and it's an awkward ball. Zach Butterworth pokes it into the middle, but that one's going to run straight through to Ollie Akropont. 17-year-old goalkeeper on loan from Ayr United, certainly an impressive young player, and he's immediately launched the ball up, but that's going to run straight through to the man in the Braves goal, Barney White, who sees it out for a goal kick. And as I say, trying to keep up with the chat here. I think Stan Adams said it best. Awesome to see so many people in the chat, about 4 people in this chat room, maybe active last year. All the new interaction is absolutely brilliant to see. That does mean it's a bit more difficult to keep up with all your comments coming in. A bit of discourse on the red cards so far. Certainly not too much in it from Greg Stewart there. You can see why the referee gave it though. It's possibly the last man there, but for now the Braves are on attack. Conor McLaren chesting it down, going for the spectacular. Can only keep it wide of the mark there. I'll have a look back at that one myself when I can. Opposition playing out from the back here now. Something more Gara Gomez sort of slotting into the middle of that back three now. Due to the injury a few moments ago to Sam. Oh, no, it's not Sam Campbell, I beg your pardon. The injured player for opposition there. The Braves being pressed up high here. Daniel Martin's able to clip the ball up to Zach Butterworth. John Guthrie now gives it to Reg McLaren. That's a nice bit of interplay there for the Braves, and John Guthrie's going to try and escape down the right, and he gives it in field to Conor McLaren. Looks to the run inside of Zach. It's going to break up a little bit there, but good bit of interplay there from these Braves players. This ball's popped to the top, certainly a tough ask for them with 10 men, but I think you're going to see both those wingers for the Braves, Zach and Conor, cutting inside as much as they can. Conor McLaren certainly a player that prefers to play like that, and Christian Geck certainly has no issues covering ground in the middle of the park, and I think you're going to see a bit more of that from him today alongside Lennon Walker, who's more of that sort of number 10 option. He's going to drop in around him, but Christian will do the hard running in there. Shout out a few comments coming in. Mandy from South Jersey, Melissa tuning in from Manhattan today. Brilliant to see. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. A nice afternoon kickoff for you as well, not as early as perhaps you're accustomed to on a Saturday, as Christian Geck has bundled over in the midfield. You see Nick tuning in from Arizona here. I should give a mention to one of our Braves owners, Danny, as well, who's came to watch the game today. Someone that's often tuned into the live stream like many of you, and he's watching the game pitch side today with his Brave scarf on, all the way from Denver, Colorado. Brilliant to see and have a chat with him before the game. And Sat Butterworth attacks down the right hand side. Down at the corner flag here, he's going to do well to keep it alive. All the way back to John Guthrie, pokes it in field. That one's intercepted, and our opposition will look to break out now. Now they've got a chance. Cutting inside, Christian Getka gets into intercept, but he can't quite stop it, and it's Gomes on the ball now. Gives it out to the right hand side to Jamie Penker, who sends across into the middle now. Daniel Martins gets to it first, out to the edge of the box, and Lennon Walker's going to be able to pull this one in here and start the counter attack. Nice little step over, and he sends it in behind for Reggie McLaren, who will chase it. And my Aquapont has to send that one away clear over the wall and into Strathclyde Park. Thanks to Kath tuning in from Portland. Hervin Paredes as well from Denver, just like our man in the stadium, Danny, today. He said the journey from Denver to Scotland was a pretty easy one, so we're hoping you better be out next as well. Get those direct flights over to London and then a short trip up to Alliance Park. Brilliant to see all you guys talking away in the chat here. And hopefully the Braves can follow up their undefeated start to the season here. As I say, anyone that wasn't tuned into the early stages of this game, the Braves unfortunately down to 10 men, but certainly doing their best despite that. They've won themselves a free kick here, which I think we're going to see. I thought was going to go up long there, but Braves did decide to play it short. Greg Spence immediately on the press, the former Rafe Rovers striker up there, and Daniel Martins clips the ball up to Reg McLaren, who's in for his first start, as we mentioned already, in place of Ross McNeil, who's on the bench today. So Landon Walker gives it to Reg. Nice bit of interplay around the corner there, Landon Walker. From that technical ability he's got, and he is bundled over there by Gomes, so that's going to be a free kick for the Braves here in a bit more of an advanced area. I beg your pardon, I think that's Christian Getka who's put the ball down there. He's going to leave it for his, well, I'd usually say a central midfield partner in John Guthrie, but auxiliary right back today. And it's going to be John to clip the ball in here. Sends it in, and it's going to drop down the box. Reg McLaren does get a shot off, it's blocked close range, and expect to see the clearance there, but Landon Walker wins the ball back up high for the Braves. Trying to keep the pressure on, but that one's poked out of play for a Braves throw-in. Looking at our opposition, certainly plenty of danger in their team as well, coming into this game after a 1-1 draw against Bowness last week. As well as that, they advanced in the League Cup on penalties against Motherwell's B team. 8-7 on penalties in that one. And they suffered a bit of a heavy defeat to a strong Hearts B team on the first day of the season, 4-1, but certainly got danger as they're showing here on the attack now. Coming up the left-hand side, Daniel Martin stays close, the cross is delivered across to Jamie Penker, who controls in. That one is repelled, and Landon Walker sends it up clear into the channel. It's touched out of play. I beg your pardon, that is kept alive on the far side, but a bit of a slack touch there from the East Stirlingshire man on the left. It's going to be a Braves throw-in now. It should touch as well. I believe it was Aaron McAlpine, I beg your pardon, that went off injured for our opposition. I should say, good to see that he was walking off the park with the help of a couple of teammates and straight down the tunnel again. So we do send our thoughts, of course, to him and hope it's not too serious of an injury as it perhaps looked at the time. Of course, the last thing you'd like to see is anyone getting injured. Talking of that, just coming back from a 9-month injury himself. Serious knee injury is Jack McDowell. You may just see on the camera down in front of that throw, and he's taking himself for a warm-up. Would have been the natural option to come on, you feel like, when that Gravesend injury, red card, I beg your pardon, happened for Greg Stewart, but Braves players on the park showing all that versatility that they've got, and Jack Brown has slotted into centre-back at times. Doesn't quite have the height that a natural central defender would have, but for a right back, he's not afraid to put a challenge in, and certainly knows how to win a header or two as well as Jack Brown, that is. And John Guthrie slots into right back from centre mid, and definitely key to a lot of the players that we've seen Ricky use at the club is that versatility is so important. Greg Stewart himself naturally being a central midfielder before not slotting into centre back last season, so certainly shows that Ricky likes to utilise a versatile player, and John Guthrie is there throwing the ball up the line to Zach Butterworth, who is an out-and-out winger playing in that position up there, and Braves hassling away up there and winning himself a throw in here. 18 minutes played at Alliance Park between these two sides, and Reg McLaren holds the ball up in the box now. See bodies in there, and he almost won a corner kick, but it's sent out clear for throw in again. Appreciate all the comments coming in from everyone enjoying this today. As Reg McLaren sends across into the middle, can't quite get to his brother Connor in the middle, straight through to the hands of Ollie Akrapont. And the teenager launches the ball up long, look for Greg Stewart. And he's been able to pull that one in well. 32-year-old striker Greg Stewart, Spencer should beg your pardon, looking to get onto that one, clips it into the middle, straight into the hands of Bernie White though. Greg Spence, certainly a danger man up there for our opposition, has been a fantastic goal scorer at spells of his career. Four spells he had at Alloa, and top scorer in League One I remember a few years ago, and bags of experience at levels higher than this, former Raith Rovers player, and certainly a player I certainly enjoyed watching as a Raith Rovers fan myself throughout his 2 spells at the club, and played a memorable role in the club's Challenge Cup victory. Getting the assist in a big win against Rangers did Greg, and possibly one of the highlights of his career certainly, and at the age of 32 he's still got plenty of ability in him, and was at Stirling Albion, 2 divisions above us in League One last year, and bit of a coup for East Stirlingshire, possibly fair to say, being able to get his services this year in the Lowland League, and he certainly knows how to score a goal, as I say, and scored in the opening day loss against Hearts Beat, and he's hit the post already in this game. As I say, just the one-man operation, no Fraser on commentary today. I know he'd be here if he could be. He might be tuning in around the world. Fraser, if you are, wherever you are, please send me a comment. I do miss you. It is lonely back here, just me and our videographer Adam on the main camera today. He's happy to be here. Nod of the head there from Adam. He's usually down pitch side. Adam, in your favourite position up here, I'd imagine. Yep. He loves being in the stand, giving you guys, so shout out to Adam, give him some love in the chat as well. And then just me on commentary today. A bit short notice to get Fraser in, other commitments, so. Adam wants me to give a shout out as well because Bernie White's mother just popped over to say hi to us, to introduce herself before the game as well. It's Connor McLaren does really well to flick on the ball. Straight back to Ollie Akrapont. East Stirlingshire goal. Not sure what he's signalling, but both of his arms sticking out there, but gives the ball to Gomes, Scottish Cup winner back in his day with Dundee United as well. 2 caps for the Senegalese national team as well. The long ball popped over the top. Robbie Stewart staying tight to that there. The left back for the Braves, Jamie Penker, now in possession, and firm challenge comes in from Lennon, and that's a great play from Lennon there to bring the ball back, and he's going to come up with himself now, pokes it around to Connor McLaren, giving him support on the left hand side here, and he's going to cut onto his right. Nice little pirouette there from McLaren, and he gives it to Christian Getka. Advantage played here for the Braves. That could have been a foul, and a few words shared there between McLaren and opposition man there. Substitution that came on it, I believe that is, in the right back area for East Stirlingshire. Just need to record the name of that. It's Jack Brown. Nice little flick around Greg Spence there, and he clips the ball up to Christian Getka, who's making a run in the channel. Robbie Stewart lets the ball run and clip back over to the Greek Christian. Put the pressure on. It's not going to be a free front. I beg your pardon. The referee wasn't going to give that, but the linesman a better view. And for the Braves throw hit. Yep, and a shout out to the Cali boys back in today for this game. Young fans making a bit of a racket on the far side. We always love to see that. Ball sent to Connor McLaren, who can't quite pull that one in there. But yeah, the Cali boys feature a lot of our games last season. Flags and banners there. On the best behaviour, I hope, as ever. Bringing the songs to us here. As players resumed, ball popped up the line and flicked on well. Christian Getka in there to intercept, as he always is. Who needs 11 men when you've got Christian Getka covering the work of 2? Zach Butterworth looks to get in and about it. And ball's flicked around the corner. Daniel Martin stays tight. He's done really well there. It's Big Dan and gives the ball to Zach Butterworth, who can get those legs open on the right hand side now. So much danger with the pace he's got, and he's taking on Sean Brown down the right. Gives it back the way to John Guthrie. Pops it inside. Flicked on by Lennon Walker. Reg McLaren backs into his man and does pick up the ball edge of the box. Back to Lennon Walker. Can't quite sort his feet out, and that one's sent away clear now. Back up the right hand side to Butterworth. He's got tight attention here from Brown, and he's done really well there. Has the right winger to win a throw-in for his team. And John Guthrie playing a right back. He's certainly looking pretty comfortable there so far. Popping the ball into Zach Butterworth, but can't hold on to that. And Daniel Martin's turned 24 years old this week. Did Big Dan on Monday. Hoping for a final birthday gift today, which would be a Braves victory, of course. Able to keep a hold of the ball here are the Braves, and Greg Spence has peeled off the left-hand side, and Big Dan comes to meet him. Ball slips into the box now. Braves having to get back in the shape, and that's really good work there. Good defensive work by Jack Brown to poke the ball off his man and win his team goal kick there. As I mentioned today already, we've got an owner, Danny, all the way from Denver, Colorado for the game. We're going to get a quick chat with him at half-time as well, so make sure you don't go too far away from your computer, your TV, your phone, however you're tuning into today's game at half-time, as we'll have a chat with him, and also Enzo Wright down on the park. Braves midfielder who's unfortunately picked up another injury whilst he's been working really hard to come back from a long-term injury, and just a slight knock as well he's picked up, and he's going to give us an update on that. A bit of a chat about the game as well, so don't go too far from half-time. Our production team bringing the best we can for you. At this short notice for today's game, which I mentioned already was meant to be played at the Falkirk Stadium, would have just been coming in with the live commentary on X, but delighted 2 days notice we had to get this stream up and running, and I hope everyone is enjoying today the like we can do that. But it's been a bit of a hectic week for us getting this prepared, and as well for the matchday team getting enough pies ordered in, and they've done a good job of that as well, as the Braves attack down the right hand side now. Zach Butterworth, he's taken on his man once again and cuts inside now. Gomez reads it well though, and that's good defending back there from Gomez, but Braves do force a position to clearance. Christian Getka lets it run, and Daniel Martins gets a touch now back to John Guthrie. Braves doing well with the territory despite the man disadvantage in this game, and I think it's fair to say with about 26 minutes played here, you couldn't tell too much between the sides, despite the Braves being down to 10, which is probably the biggest testament to the boys on the park so far. Obviously, as the evening, I should say, does roll on even more. Might get a bit more time for the Braves at right now. We're using the ball well, not tiring ourselves out too much, and I'd love to see this game 11v11, I think it's fair to say. Daniel Martin's under pressure there though, happy to hook that one clear as Greg Spence picks up the ball quickly from that throw, and he's done well to send the left foot ball into the middle. That touch isn't going to go goalwards, but Jamie Penker keeps it alive at the back. Sends it back one and across, delivered in now. Christian Getka gets a touch onto it, sends it the wrong way. Robbie Stewart pokes it on with his head. Ball's still in the box here. The Braves have to be careful defensively as across it to the back post. John Guthrie doing well to send it to the edge of the box. A shot comes off now, and it's a great strike. Barney Wright stretching. It's a huge claw to tip that one over, and fantastic piece of goalkeeping from the American once again there. That means our opposition will have a corner which can be swung in now from the left-hand side. It's deep towards the back and it's going to be flicked down into the middle. And thankfully, Braves are able to get that one clear. Dangerous ball into the middle there. Long ball, dish back up over the top, straight through and out for a Braves goal kick. And I say, great to see all the viewers coming in, almost hitting 1,000 views already on the stream. Fantastic to see. Honestly, you do say to some of the boys how many numbers are tuning in for these games, and they can't quite believe it themselves. 340 concurrent views in that 1,000 as well. Hope you're all enjoying it, and if you are, make sure you drop a subscribe into our channel. Just hit 2,000 subscribers as well this week, which is really good growth as well for my channel, just being on 200 last year. So I really appreciate all your support, and if you aren't subscribed, make sure you drop a subscription on as well. And Sweat McLaren tries to keep the ball, slip there, and I have noticed that we almost have hit 1,000 views, but we're not actually at 100 likes yet, so please do feel free to drop a like onto that. It'd be much appreciated by the Braves media team here. It does a lot for our algorithm and help to bump up our numbers as well. It's all about exposure, trying to get more numbers in, or if you're just enjoying the coverage. And maybe, just maybe, if you drop a like as well, the Braves will pick up a victory today as well. So please drop likes and subscriptions onto the channel, much appreciated by us, as I say. And Christian Getka probably appreciates it too, as he puts the pressure on up high here. And as I say, if you're down to 10 men, we are lucky to have someone like Christian in the team who can cover so much ground. Lennon Walker, cool head on the ball as well, and he gives it back the way to Robbie Stewart. It's back to Jack Browning, Braves defence. Long ball up towards Conor McLaren now. Can't win that header, but the Braves will keep the ball here. Plenty of comments coming in for the fantastic save there from Big Burn in the Braves goal. Certainly got the Bernie White fan club growing, I hope. Not stateside, the Texan native. Went to college in Massachusetts as well before finding his way to Caledonian Braves, Amherst College. Bernie White played his 4 years of college soccer. That's the one and only time I'll use that word there, just to make sure there's no mix-ups in communication there. But he now plays his football here with the Caledonian Braves. And we're very lucky to have him in goal, maybe not having to make as many saves as he did at times last season. Fantastic one there. Landon Walker looks to put the pressure on Ollie Akpont. Yeah, United low knee, hacks the ball clear up long. See Christopher asking about our new kits. We're expecting that very soon. I do believe the kits have been sent into the country. I've not seen them in person yet myself, but we've been assured they're on the way soon, and getting a few ideas together to get the release out, as we think you guys are going to absolutely love them. I'm really excited to share that with you guys soon as well. But for now, the Braves out in their lovely white Lecoq Sportif kits as well. Only team you'll find in Scotland with Lecoq Sportif kits as well, and I'm sure a familiar sight to plenty of you. Have you been watching the Olympic Games? Which has also been a slight reason for the delay in the kits coming, as on the list of clientele for Lecoq Sportif is the French Olympic team, who have had a great Olympics, of course, and got their record medal tally at the Olympics, as well as that the Caledonian Braves getting their kits made Lecoq Sportif, and the new ones coming very soon as well, designed by Acid FC. And the boys in white now have a free kick to come into the middle. John Guthrie can't quite find the head of Daniel Martins with that one, but he's going to pick up the ball again and give it to his running mate Zach Butterworth on the right hand side, who's taking on Sean Brown down the right flank here, and he's going to hold it up here, and he's down that corner flag once again, holding it up, and unfortunate for him there. Out for a throw-in. I appreciate all the messages of support coming in from the chat as well. This is an enjoyable way to spend a Wednesday evening for me, trust assured as well, down at Lions Park for the action here, streaming out to you guys around the world. Always love hearing where you're tuning in from, so get the comments in, and since that call for likes, extra 26 coming in, much appreciated from everyone, and we do love getting these streams out on YouTube when we can. Just don't always have the option for the Saturday games, unfortunately, as we've described many times, but due to the geo-block rules here in the UK. We can't stream to our UK viewers for Saturday games with the blackout, so we have to go across on Facebook. But do make sure you join us for our Saturday games as well on Facebook whenever you can for the early kickoffs. But today on YouTube, fair to say our preferred platform, and we love to get the numbers in, subscribers up on this platform, and always great to see those likes rolling in as well. It does huge amounts that you might not sort of realise to help grow the club. One of the key things for the growth of the club is obviously a lot of us, you guys tuning in, would have found us on social media, and the only way our social media grows is with that interaction, likes, comments, subscribers coming in. So really do appreciate that, and hopefully it will lead to victories on the park as well. And it's been a well contested game here at Alliance Park despite the early red card. 34th minute of this game. In all fairness, our hosts have came the closer to scoring on 2 occasions. Greg Spence hitting a free kick from Greg Stewart's red card. The resulting free kick was rattled against the woodwork, and Bernie White made a big save as well not too long ago in this one to keep the scores all level. Otherwise, not too many opportunities, but it's been well contested here, as I say. And we'll see the throw sent up the right hand side now. Quick 1-2 played and the cross delivered into the back post. Daniel Martins gets his head onto it well, but it's going to drop down to Brown at the edge of the box here, and he sends it back to Spence in the deep area here, recycling the ball. And East Stirlingshire having a bit of pressure here. Setting up the left hand side now, Daniel Martins putting the pressure on tight, and I'll play for Braves throw in. Braves playing down in the corner here now, trying to get the ball out clear from this dangerous area, and opposition have won it back high. It's put through the legs of Danny Martins, back to Jamie Penker. That's a good chance for the number 10 there, but can't keep his effort down. Flies over the bar. You can see as long kick comes up there from Bernie White. And the flag's up for offside now on Zach out on that right hand side. Strong bench for the Braves today once again, despite a couple injuries. Unfortunately, no Cammy Brednut available for us, but Zach Butterworth thankfully making a fitness test, but Ross McNeil, top scorer last year. It's a great option to bring on if you do need a goal as this game goes on. As I say, I think Ricky just wanting to give a bit of a chance to Reg McLaren, show us what he can do. Summer signing up top. Our opposition playing out from the back now. It's Reg. Certainly a bit of a different game for him. Not got quite as much support as he might have had Lennon Walker in that attacking midfielder role, dropping a bit deeper, but he's certainly putting a good shift in there so far. And the Braves defenders at the back able to see that one out. I think no, it's going to be kept alive. Looped into the middle. Greg Spence comes across Jack Brown, who gets a head up onto it. Robbie Stewart does well to get it weight. The ball's going to be looped back into the middle again though. Braves competing for the ball here, and Zach Butterworth's done really well. Brings in the ball, he's got Con McLaren on the far side and Reg McLaren just in front of him, and it's Reg on the ball now. He's got runners in the field and he pokes it back to Zach. Into the box now for the Braves, Zach Butterworth. Back to Christian Getka. Thinks about the shot, but he recycles the ball back to John Guthrie. He's got pressure coming from behind him. And he's going to send it across up to Con McLaren, flicks it down to Reg in the middle, who shoots, and he scores! And Reg McLaren's on the score sheet for the Braves. Once again in for his first start today, and immediately scoring once again. There's that brotherly link up in the middle there to get the ball down to Reg McLaren, who makes no mistakes from close range. And despite being down to 10 men, the Caledonian Braves have got the lead here with 38 minutes on the clock.
Goal scorer for Caledonian Braves, number 17, Reg McLaren.
And there's the confirmation there from David there. Doesn't feel real till you get it called out there.
Let's go, come on! Go, Shah! Hey, come on, man.
East Stirlingshire back in possession here after conceding that goal there. Firm challenge in there. He's left Greg Spence down in a heap. East Stirlingshire are going to keep playing as he's back up now. East Stirlingshire looking to respond here now and attack up the right hand side. Low cross comes in. Robbie Stewart gets the block, puts it out for a corner kick. Always delivered in now, up towards back post. Reg McLaren, goal scorer there to get it away. The pressure is going to be kept on now. And swung into that post. John Guthrie gets a touch. Reg McLaren there, hacks it away clear into the channel, and Lennon Walker will look to put the pressure on here. And he's almost won it back there, unlucky for Lennon. And Reg pulls back his man a bit there. The pressure will keep coming. Sent into the box. Robbie Stewart's there. Gives it to Conor McLaren. Gomez steps in, but can't get to it. And Lennon Walker pokes it away from his man. Gomez reads the play well though. Sends it back the way. Braves looking to get away once again. Clean bit of play up the right hand side, and it's Zach Butterworth in a bit of space, taking on his man into the box now. He's going to shoot himself, and just wide of the mark there from Zach. Fantastic piece of play there from the right wing up. Not able to get that effort on target there, but Braves certainly looking pretty dangerous. I think that's Reg McLaren going into the book as well. Possibly pulled back for a moment, an instant just before. So opposition play out the back now. Sam Campbell in possession. Launched into the channel now. That's a handball from Greg Stewart there. That was pretty clear there. I almost thought the referee was going to miss that, but the linesman thankfully had his eyes peeled onto that one. Just about 5 minutes left to play in this first half. As our socials almost updated, so apologies for any delay in commentary there, but if it means it's a Braves goal going out across the socials, I'm happy to take a quick break. No. Referee just having a quick word of Daniel Martins there. who was obviously protesting about something to the referee. Anyway, the players resume once again. Kristen Getka bases that midfield, gives it back to John Guthrie, loops up towards Reg. Reg McLaren has some good hold-up play there. Can't quite get the ball to stick in the end though. Ball clipped into the channel now. Daniel Martin's back there defending. He's going to usher his man out. Comfortable for the big defender there. I see Brian Powers saying the boys always score when he's out the room. Brian, I think someone's actually at your front door right now. I think I could hear the doorbell from here. I think you might just need to pop out for a minute again if you don't mind. Maybe come back in 10 minutes or so. Hopefully the Braves will be 2 or 3 goals up by then. I do hope everyone that was here for it did enjoy seeing that goal from Reg McLaren. His second goal already for the Braves after bagging one on his debut in our last home game against Garliferry Dean, and he's shown he's got so many qualities up there. A different striker to Ross McNeil, but certainly dangerous, and he's got power and size that he can use, and obviously an eye for a goal as well, as we've seen on 2 occasions now. My calculations were approaching the 45 minute mark of this game. Would expect to see a little bit of time added on due to that injury we unfortunately saw earlier in the half. The Braves for now having to keep their focus in these dying moments here, so then go into half time with their lead still intact. Tucked back up long again, and East Stirlingshire to put some late pressure on at the end of this half. Good defending from the Braves once again, and it's going to be pulled back for a foul here on possibly Lennon Walker in a deep area there for the Braves. The Cali boys are certainly enjoying themselves over on that far side. As I say, make sure you do stay tuned in for the half time as well. A very short break before we get into have a chat with Braves owner Danny and Enzo Wright as well, Braves midfielder. Out of play there from John Guthrie. And the half-time whistle is blown here at Lions Park. The Caledonian Braves leading by 1-0. Thanks to Reg McLaren's second goal of the season here. So, as I say, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back very soon, just for a bit of half-time coverage. But otherwise, hope you've enjoyed the first half, and we'll be back soon. So I'm delighted to be joined, by Danny at halftime. Danny, I mentioned in the stream already where you came across from, but could you remind us as well, travelled some way to be here at today's game?
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm all the way from Denver, Colorado. Yeah.
So you've mentioned you're not just across this way for a Braves game, you've been here for a wedding as well, but you couldn't miss the chance to get along obviously to Alliance Park for today's game.
Yeah. One of my oldest friends was getting married, and when I saw the fixture list, it was just a no-brainer to be able to pop over here and come see the game. And I know probably for everyone here, it was kind of a bummer that it got switched last minute, but I'm really happy to come to a home game instead of having to go all the way up to Falkirk.
Yeah, well, we're glad we've managed to get you here, and you briefly got to meet Ricky and some of the team before the game. How have you enjoyed the experience of just actually getting to see it in person for the first time?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so cool to be a part of this. In a small way, is really like a dream come true. Sports ownership is something that's so, I don't know, just always thought about it my whole life, and to be able to be and feel a part of this community. Everyone's been so nice and so friendly. It's been awesome to get to be a part of this.
And as well as that on the park, thankfully for the Braves, we are winning 1-0 at this time. It was looking a bit ropey after 5 minutes, that red card.
I thought I was never going to be able to come back. A red card within 5 minutes, I was like, I'm surely bad luck. But then, we came back. Yeah, the boys have been playing really well. Yeah. Really grew into this game. It's been a fun one to watch.
But second half coming up as well. So 1-0 up at this moment in time. What's your prediction for the full-time score?
I'm going to say 3-1 us.
That sounds good to us. So
3-1 Braves.
For the rest of your trip then as well, so you're here till the weekend, you were saying. Have you got much else planned? How have you enjoyed being in Scotland as well?
I don't know. Yeah, not too sure yet. I'm sure I'll find myself some whiskey, maybe play some golf. I don't know.
Get all the classics in. So as a Braves owner yourself then, how did you actually find out about this opportunity then and get involved like many of the people that'll be watching back home? Yeah,
I saw the WeFunder. It was an Instagram ad, and like I said kind of briefly earlier, I'd always wanted to own a sports team, but obviously that's, I'm not a billionaire, so that's a pretty large dream that I didn't think would be possible. And then I saw the ad, and I loved the presentation, just kind of read more about it, watched some of the videos that you had put out. I just felt this family atmosphere and wanted to jump on board.
Well, I do hope you've enjoyed coming down in person, and thank you so much for finding some time to chat with us, and fingers crossed you'll have a victory to go home to tell everyone about as well, Danny.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
And back again with Enzo Wright, Braves midfielder. We can see players come back onto the park. So Enzo, so I won't have you for too long here, but just to get a quick injury update from yourself as well. We know you've been coming back from long-term injury and a slight knock now, so not involved in the squad today.
It's a wee bit gutting, but I've worked so hard to get back from my meniscus injury, and I've just had a bit of a setback a week ago past yesterday. I'd went over my ankle and I've done one of the ligaments in my ankle, so it's not the worst. I don't need surgery or anything like that, but it's not ideal when you're trying to come back for a long-term injury. But just need to try and stay positive as much as I can and be positive in the changing room for the lads as well. It's a good group, so that's the gaffer always says about that. Even if you're not involved, you're still part of the squad, so you need to help support the lads. So just need to try and stay positive as much as I can. It's not going to be easy, but just get through this bit and hopefully get back playing a couple of months' time.
Have you got a sort of rough time frame then? A couple of months, do you think it will be?
Probably, Leanne had said around 8 to 12 weeks, so it's not too bad.
So hopefully we can see you back in a couple of months, a long season to come after that. Boys back out on the second half. Obviously difficult 45 ahead for them with 10 men, but really impressed how they played there.
No, 100%. Look, going down and playing with 10 men is never easy, so I thought the boys have still tried to play their football and tried to impose their game on East Stirling as much as they can, and they're doing well, so hopefully keep it up in the second half.
Hope for that. And Enzo, thanks for catching up with us there, and best of luck with your recovery, right?
Any team changes?
I don't think so. I'm back into my commentary position for the second half here. Hope you enjoyed those two features there with Danny, and a bit quicker than we might have wanted for Enzo there. Those 15 minutes half time always seem to go pretty quickly, but great to catch up with Enzo there, and do wish him the best with his return from injury. He's had such bad luck, as he sort of touched on there, that he was out with a long-term knock initially last year. Missed pretty much the entirety of the season and made his way back pre-season and just getting himself back into action. Unfortunately, his ankle, unrelated to his serious knee injury that he did have before. That's sort of the main thing when he did say to me he was injured again. Make sure it's not the same injury, thankfully. And at the end of the day, 8 to 12 weeks, can get himself back fit again, well before the new year and the long season to come ahead of that. And always great to see him positive. Anyone that was following us last season as well will know how great a figure Enzo is for the club. Even when he's not playing, always got a smile on his face, positive attitude, and always happy to talk with Braves TV as well. And he's even sat in here for co-comms with me before. Jack Brown's clattered over in the box, Enzo Wright, co-commentator as well. And if you've not seen him before, then great to get a little introduction to Enzo there, and hope to do see him back. And I'm sure he'll appreciate all your kind words of support to him as well online if you want to drop them in for Enzo. And I say a comment because Danny is still just down in front of me. Danny, you have been told by some of your co-owners you need to bring back a suitcase full of scarves for everyone. So have you got space, or?
I mean, I have some space, but
he's got a bit of space.
Scarves?
I don't know if we have enough scarves to fulfill these orders, I'm afraid. But
yeah, I think the difference is there's actually another owner who lives in Denver, not too far from here. We've been talking about meeting up his friend, and he's agreed to live stream the games in the mornings.
Okay, right. Just hearing from Danny there, quite a few owners. I just seen a few comments coming in from co-owners in Denver, and he's been planning me up as well, and that's great to hear. And hopefully more of that. And Zach Butterworth, edge of the box, gets a left-footed shot off, and opponent gets down to hold on to that one comfortably. But good bright play from Zach once again. Obviously do take any chance we can to at least mention that Club Shop is coming very soon. I know there's been a few comments coming in, and I know myself and the team and Chris have been inundated with questions on that, and trust us, we want to get that with you guys as much as you guys want it to. So very soon. We certainly hope that we'll have some news on that. The club shop is ready to go out of Omaha, Nebraska. Ready to ship out to you guys very soon. So stay posted and trust us when you do see anything about merch being live. You guys will be the first to know, as I will plaster over every social media platform possible, and scarves will be included in that as well, hopefully as well. As John Guthrie's back defending, into Dan Martin's in the middle, who nicks it away clear. Ball sent away clear. The Braves having to sit in a little bit here under some early pressure in the second half. Looking to get away here on the counter attack. That was good play by Robbie Stewart to find Reg McLaren, who's peeled off to the left-hand side here. Looking to take his man on around the outside a little bit here, and he's done really well to win his team a throw as well. And Cali boys making a bit of noise for Robbie Stewart down there. It's a slight challenge in there from Lennon in behind there, and he's going to go into the book as well. Joining Reg McLaren on picking up a yellow card here. The last thing the Braves would want would be to go down to 9 men, of course. I think Lennon's actually hurt himself in the process here. Putting that challenge in. I think the Braves would want would be more injuries in that attacking line. At this moment, with Cammy being out with a knock, I think Cammy will probably be hopeful of a return to training tomorrow and back to action on Saturday. But Aiden Cloughy out with a nick at the moment, and as you just heard, ends are right. He's a bit more of a central midfielder than the names I've just mentioned there, but the last thing you do want is injuries accumulating. Greg Stewart out with a suspension for our next game as well, but it does look like we're going to see a return to action for Jack McDowell pretty soon here, as he's getting himself stripped off on the far side. And this is going to be a good sight. Last time we saw Jack in action was against Celtic B way back in December of last year. So 9 months on the sidelines for one of our longest serving players, and as I mentioned, I think the gaffer might have brought him on a lot earlier than this if he was at full fitness. And with that Greg Stewart red card and that option to come in centre back, he's actually putting a bit back on here as Jack, but pay close attention to that one with Lennon obviously struggling a wee bit, but he's gingerly made his way back into the middle of the park. But he's straight back down again. Not looking too good for Lenny there. And Lennon is really struggling there by the looks. It's made such a bright impression in a short time as a Caledonian Braves player. 3 goals in his first 2 games, Lennon Walker, but certainly looking a bit of discomfort here. A player that had quite bad luck with injuries himself last season during his time with Trinent. Didn't actually complete 90 minutes last season, he was saying, and hopefully he's okay to continue here. Ricky Waddle having to deal with a bit of an injury bug right now. And it's going to be Big Jack to make his return here in place of Lennon. So I'd expect to see a bit more of a familiar defensive shape sort of return. I'm sure John will slot back into midfield, Jack Brown into that right back area, and Big Jack into defence. And there he is, great sight to see. Jack McDowell making his return to the Caledonian Braves team. He's been missed back there, of course. Greg doing a great job coming into the team for him. Greg's first ever game at centre-back in a back 4 was that game against Celtic last year when Jack came off injured, immediately in the middle, having to defend it. And Big Jack gets it clear. Braves back here defending again. Cross comes into the back post. Barney White watches it all the way and pulls that one on. And a bit of afters there on Barney as well. Not a kick in the back there. That was a bit cheeky, that. Braves on the attack here. Conor McLaren looking to get onto a flick on there, and the left wing is going to get onto it and tries to use a bit of footwork to get around his man. He's done well to win a throw right back down by the corner flag. And as I say, that's obviously John Guthrie stepping back into midfield alongside Christian Getka. Long ball up now from our opposition. Robbie Stewart watches that one comfortably out of play. Good play from Zach Butterworth to keep the ball alive here. Christian Getka gets there to intercept. Christian coming up with the ball now. Back to John Guthrie again, who pokes it across to Jack McDowell, gets a touch with his feet and rolls out to Robbie Stewart, 18-year-old, driving through the park here. Fantastic play from the young man. Out to the edge of the box, he shoots with his left foot, catches it decently, and we know Robbie's got strikes like that in his boots. Yet to score his first goal for the Braves, but he's getting close on a few occasions, and 18 years old, certainly no fear from that young man. Braves pressing up high. Zach Butterworth trying to make a nuisance of himself. He's chasing down. Certainly a team effort there on the press, and Jack McDowell reads that well. Sends it away clear. As I said, I was just getting the socials updated there for Jack coming onto the park. Certainly one wanted to note there because he's worked so hard to get himself back fit again. I'm really happy to see him on the park for what is his 6th season with the Caledonian Braves. That's a superb tackle. Jack Brown showing his one-on-one qualities there defensively. Get a knock onto it and outplay for a corner kick. Corner sent into the middle. Robbie Stewart watches it well, drops out to Greg Spence, the edge of the box. Great piece of pressing there from Jack Brown to get the block in, and John Guthrie gets it clear. Braves looking to try and get on the counter-attack here if they could, but just about breaks down. And under a bit of pressure, the East Stirlingshire man tries to poke a ball around the corner, but Reg McLaren latches onto that. Goes down a bit too easily there though. 10 men of the Braves hit, chipping away well.
Last person walked past the Zenzo.
Navarro Gomes pokes it around the corner. Two-time Senegalese international. Now, Jack Brown back defending for the Braves. Ball's put back, cross sent in. It's touchdown now. Greg Spence controls it and shoots. And thankfully, straight down the throat of Bernie White, who's able to hold on to that one well. Bernie White sends a long ball up to Reg McLaren. Doing well competing up there. It's a difficult ball there. Christian Getka touches it. And the ball sent away into the channel now. Dan Martins puts it across the way to Robbie Stewart. Otherwise tonight in the Lowland League, it's 1-1 between the University of Stirling and Caledonian, two teams that will right well about last season. Close to us in the table, well matched up again by the looks on the scoreline there. But here at Lions Park, the Braves leading by 1-0 and having to do some defending here. Zach Butterworth getting into his shape well. Greg Spence, the deepest player apart from the two centre-backs are opposition. Don't expect that from the number 9, but he's making his way back up towards the box here and Gomes in possession. Back to Spence again, drops into it. Pokes it around the corner, Jack Brown pushing back the danger in every Braves player. Behind the ball here, all 10 of them now dropping into that shape, the edge of the box. Launch into the middle, it's flicked in. Jack McDowell there to get it clear, he's done well. Back to Gomes as well, former Dundee United man, plays a short pass. And out to the left hand side it comes, Zach Butterworth standing up as man. Great piece of defending from Butsy there, and he's going to try and break out on the counter attack himself now. He sees the space to drive into, cuts inside. Fantastic piece of running from the number 7, pokes it into Reg McLaren just inside the box. Butterworth. So it's clipped down in the middle there. Braves are going to keep attacking though. Christian Getka. The Greek gives it to John Guthrie and the captain pokes around the corner to Jack McDowell. Under pressure, skips away from 2. Fantastic from the big man there. Driving into space here. Gives it off to Reg McLaren now, edge of the box. Back in to Zach Butterworth in the box. Wants to hold it up, he's back to goal, back to Reg again. He's got targets in the middle, including Jack McDowell, stayed up there. Pokes it down inside, Conor McLaren pulls it in. And apparently a bit too much force used there by Jack McDowell, who was finding himself in an unfamiliar position right up in the box there. Not to continue his run, but you certainly see a bit of the quality that Jack McDowell has. A lot of our owners that came in the early stage of the season would not have seen Jack McDowell play before, but for a man that is 6'6" and wins every head up, he can certainly play the ball well there. Skipping between 2 and is making his way up into the box there to compete in that attack there himself. That's a lot of quality and great to have another option in there. I think shout out to Jack Brown as well, our right back, who slotted into the middle as well for that first hour. Back to his natural position at right back, but great to have that partnership with Jack and Dan as well available alongside Greg Stewart, who was obviously sent off just 2 or 3 minutes on the clock here. Torre taken short in here. Opposition clip the ball into the box here. Greg Spence just touched onto it. Christian Getka stayed close, and that is going to be a handball there. Yellow card for some complaints in there. I think Christian Getka into the book as well, not happy about something there. East Stirling looking to put the pressure on up high. Daniel Martins is touched there though. The wrong way for the Braves, and opposition putting the pressure up there on the right hand side, but a good bit defended back there by John Guthrie, who's been everywhere in this game. Started centre mid, down to right back, back into midfield again, and putting blocks on the left hand side there. Good pressure on there from Christian Getka. Ball goes out to the right hand side now. Conor McLaren back there doing his defensive shift, getting his body in between the man and the ball. And I thought he'd done enough to see it out there, but cross is going to be sent into the middle. Christian Getka gets a touch onto it. Braves still having to defend the box here. Daniel Martins with a header away. It's going to be pulled in here, and that is the definition of ambitious there, as that effort flies over the top of the bar. Let's see, Asta Chan tuning in from Oklahoma. Great to see, loving all these comments coming in. We've almost hit 150 likes on this, so just 7 away. If you've not liked this yet, that'd be much appreciated. I see Adam, our videographer, looking over my shoulder keenly at the analytics of the YouTube. His favourite thing to do. Adam does go home after every game and sits there for about 5 or 6 hours looking at the YouTube numbers, and every sub means so much to him. So please do subscribe and drop a like. You'll make his day. Those numbers doing so much, as I mentioned in the first half, to help our growth across all our platforms, of course, as well. As I say, the main priority right now is the Braves trying to pick up what would be a huge 3 points today, up by 1 goal, and currently doing a bit more defending than they did at times in this first half. 65 minutes on the clock. Gomes on the ball here, sends it out to the left hand side, but gets the ball right back once again. Certainly pulling the strings a little bit now, the experienced 39-year-old midfielder. But the Braves doing their best to protect the goal of Bernie White there. Reg McLaren getting himself about it there, not winning a free kick for his team. But the pressure will keep coming up now, the right hand side. Jamie Piper on the ball. But there's going to need to be a quick stoppage here, as the East Stirlingshire man is clearly down in a bit of discomfort there. He's going to need some treatment to come here. That does give the Braves players a chance to get to the sides for some well-earned fluids, of course. Having played about 60 minutes plus now with 10 men, they might be feeling it in the legs a little bit here, the Braves lads, but they've certainly put a good shift in, a good account of themselves, and kind of asked much more from the 10 men on the park than what they put in here. Not having quite as much possession as they did at times in that first half, but plenty of positives to take from this game so far, and we'll be back home again on the weekend when we face off against Civil Service Strollers. What will be our 4th league game of the season. And following that, we're away to Maple in the Cup as well. So we kick off our Southern Challenge Cup campaign. It's looking like a bit of a prolonged break here from the injury. And there was a mystery £10 note down in front of me here as well, which was handed to me from one of co-owners, Keith, who was watching the game, one of our local Scottish owners. For some reason, £10 was found on the floor, and he trusted me, of all people, to look after it and try and find its rightful home, which has now been found once again. One of our photographers who's in for some experience today has came to claim the £10, and I've gladly handed it over. Otherwise I would have been donating it to the Caledonian Braves playing squad for the coming year, or a pint on the weekend, hadn't decided. But play back underway once again with East Stirlingshire on the right hand side. An injured man, certainly looking like he's struggling a wee bit here. I'm not entirely sure because I didn't have squad numbers for the substitutes. I think it's possibly Paul McLaren though, number 2 for them. Young right back who's struggling a bit, but It's good defending back there from Zach Butterworth. He's done a really good defensive shift today, and he's able to break out with the ball himself here. Just overrunning a little bit there though, Zach. You see what he was trying? And that pressure immediately come back once again. The ball popped inside. Stewart to Gomez. Pass inside to the right-hand side now. To block a crossing situation here. Wrong position. But the Braves repelling well once again. Robbie Stewart intercepting, and Reg McLaren will look to lead the charge out there and wins a free kick after getting a push in the back from Gomez. Seeing a slight stop here as there's another Braves player down, getting a bit of treatment just in front of the dugout there. I think that's Conor McLaren there, getting some treatment, and we're seeing Kane Spears getting himself ready just behind him as well. So really feels like a bit like the Walking Dead in that attacking mid position for the Caledonian Braves. After losing Lennon Walker as well, and it looks like Conor McLaren's going to be unable to continue on the left wing, unfortunately. Keen Spears, a more than capable candidate to take over that position. Naturally more essential sitting player, and you'd imagine he might just sit on that left-hand side and cut inside as well and add some extra quality and energy to the team. But Conor McLaren certainly put a shift in down that left-hand side, got himself an assist, and Braves on the attack here. Jack McDowell causing all kinds of nightmares in the middle, and ball eventually is hacked away clear. Jack Brown pushing the back there, but our opposition keep playing here, and it's sent in behind. Daniel Martins, comfortable turn of pace to pull that ball in himself, and he's going to clip it up in the channel where he's got Reg McLaren. Does his best to get his head onto that, can't quite pull it in there. The Braves back in to defend once again. You can hear fantastic communication throughout that team though. Bernie White, that American accent of his, barking out all the commands, and Daniel Martins with his familiar partner from the first half of last season, Jack McDowell, back alongside him once again as we're in the 70th minute here. The Braves leading up by 1 goal. Ball clutched across the far side. Jack Brown doesn't get to that. Sent into the middle. Daniel Martins there to get his head onto that one there. Just over 20 minutes left to play here. As ever, appreciate all the support coming in. David, tuning in from Minnesota, one of our certainly long-term viewers as well. Great to see you in here as well. Harrison tuning in as well. Saying Thanksgiving Day show in Dallas, flying all over the park. I presume that's a reference. Some of our American viewers may understand a bit better than me. As our opposition make their next change here as they look to get back into this game. He was back defending well. Conor McLaren, Zach Butterworth and Jack Brown doing really well. Steal that danger there. And that's a familiar right-hand side to Braves viewers of years gone past. Zach Butterworth returning to the club, of course, this summer. After 1 year away at Caledonian Beef, spent 2 seasons with the Braves previously before that, and that familiar combination, say him on the right wing, Jack Brown, our right back, just behind him, long-serving player as well. I really have seen those relationships grow all over the park, but none more so than on the defensive end of the park. That back four we saw a lot last season. Greg Stewart coming out, replaced by Jack McDowell, another long-serving player. No issues there. Bernie just in behind them and on track to keep a clean sheet at this moment in time. Christian Getka pokes it out to Robbie Stewart. Back to John. Christian pokes it down the line. That's a clever little pass, and Robbie Stewart gets the first time cross in. Almost finds Reg McLaren in the middle, but he's going to run all the way out. And the 18-year-old left back will pick up the ball for a throw in here. Hold up play here. I think that's Jamie Penker in a more central position now. He's adopted. Getting a bit closer to. Oh, that's not Jamie Penker, I beg your pardon. Substitute there for the opposition, and Danny Martins can get the ball clear. Reg McLaren isolated up there and doing what he can. Reg McLaren, socks pulled down at the shins there. He's putting a real shift up top there. Don't know how much he'll have left in the tank. At this moment, Reg, who of course got the big goal for the Braves as well in his first start. The Braves are back defending here, the edge of their own box. Ball shifted back, shot comes off. Bernie White watches that all the way. Comfortable handling for the big man once again. He pulls that one in. The American putting on a good show with all our viewers tuning in from stateside themselves. 170 likes coming in from you guys, much appreciated. If we could cut 200 before this game, to hopefully mark off the Braves win, that would be much appreciated, of course. Danny Martin's barking out orders there to his teammates, just wants to see him be a bit tidier, look after the ball. Of course, we did see the Braves attempt to defend the lead on Saturday and coming very close to doing that against Albion Rovers. Hopefully we can see it out this time. So the ball is sent all the way up, straight through to Barney. And he can deal with that one all day. Of course, a few East Stirlingshire listeners will be tuning in as well themselves. Well, of course, hoping for a Braves win around here, but hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage today, and we'll be looking forward to our trip to the Falkirk Stadium later this season. Always one of the impressive grounds to go visit in the Lowland League, and hopefully you'll have some floodlights working by then as well. On the part, won't apologise for a bit of partisan commentary on my end here, but certainly your team are right in this game still here. About 15 minutes left to play. It's Christian Getka in possession now, gives it back to Keane Spears. Robbie Stewart, back to John Guthrie in his familiar central position, and he gives it to Jack Brown on the right hand side. Jack's got an option in front of Reg McLaren, who's able to control it in. That was a really awkward one there with his man tightly on him, can't quite pull it in. Down on the surface, feeling his legs now. I don't think Reg McLaren will last all too much longer in this game. I think we'll be seeing him come off pretty soon. He's looking pretty shattered out there as the long ball comes into the box. It's touchdown. Jack Brown immediately onto it. He's having a fantastic game at right back. I think Jack Brown, often a bit of an unsung hero in this team. Jack Brown, not a name you'll mention all too often, but he's doing fantastically back there. Harper asking our number 7, is that Zach Butterworth on the right wing? And we are going to see the final changes here for the Caledonian Braves. I think it may well be a double sub, as Reg McLaren indeed does make way. Braves goal scorer today. He's coming off the park here. And Jack Brown made his way all the way across. I thought it was Jack making way, which would have been a surprise, especially after I just praised him there for his performance. But Zach Butterworth, our number 7, as Harper was just asking. Zach had a great game up that right inside. He's making way. It's a chance to get some fresh legs on, so that would be Captain Ross McNeil on up top. And I think on the right hand side, Zach might be replaced by possibly Martin MacArthur here. Naturally right back, yeah, it is. Who's going to come on to probably just sit in front of Jack at that right back area, add some energy. Naturally a defender, but perhaps shows that we're going to be sitting in our shape a wee bit for the end of this game. Push in the back of Christian Getka there. And ample time to win a free kick for his team. The light certainly descending here at Alliance Park now. That means we're saying goodbye to summer here, whatever that is for a Scottish perspective, but it's been a pretty pleasant evening here. A bit chilly, albeit, but if the Braves do win, that will certainly warm up the evening a little bit for us here. And I hope all our American listeners have enjoyed tuning in a little bit later in the day, than those usual early starts. As Ross McNeil gets his first touch after coming on, and he was in behind there. He's brought down by his man, and it's just a yellow card there. Ross McNeil, some fantastic play there, and he was getting away on goal. There was a recovering defender on the inside there. McNeil, though, who was almost in there, and rightfully a yellow card there for the opposition player. Adam, our videographer there, asking if we've got any South Africans tuning in today. If we do drop a comment in. Being a South African himself, as he often likes to remind me, despite his lovely Scottish accent. Cian Spears on the free kick. He slips it into the box. It's a clever run from Ross McNeil, but the flag is up for offside. Wasn't too many targets up there, so I think that was being closely watched. And Ross McNeil pulled up for offside there. Long ball up there, great header by Martin MacArthur, showing all that quality he's got to win that one there. Christian Getka happy just to loop a long ball up into the air. That's an awkward one for the defender who does touch it down, and Cian Spears will get onto the second ball now. He's got support either side. MacArthur's making his way into the box here, but decides to play it short, and the Braves recycle the ball back to Jack McDowell, who sends a left-footed ball over the top. Could be latched onto here by Ross McNeil. Let's make it awkward here, and Cian Spears has done well, the midfielder. Substitute back to John Guthrie on the left, can't quite slip it into Robbie Stewart, and East Stirlingshire win the ball back. Opposition advancing up the left-hand side now. Jack Brown stands him up. Sent back now. Got space at the edge of the box. Greg Spence dropping deep again to get involved in the play, and he sent out to the right-hand side. It's flicked onto the arm of Cian Spears at close range there, so the referee, I think that was a natural position there, not called up. Jack McDowell completes the clearance up towards Ross McNeil. Backing into his man, he's done really well there. Cian Spears can flick it inside. Christian Getka running as he always does. Puts pressure on, and Daniel Martins can give it to Spears. Back to John Guthrie now. Martin MacArthur can't quite on to that one, but he's certainly putting a shift on that right-hand side. Is Martin MacArthur, his first appearance of the season today. East Stirlingshire in possession of the back. Looking to attack down the right hand side now, our opposition. Clipped into the box. Jack McDowell going to deal with that all day. Attack keeps coming down the left hand side now. Martin MacArthur looking to get back. It's defending well there is Tino, and a combination of him and Jack Brown have done absolutely fantastically to win. Goal kick there, Tino. side that didn't get all too many first team opportunities last season due to competition around him, but he's shown his versatility. As I say, I feel like a bit of a broken record saying that with a lot of these players in the Braves squad, but he can play right back, left back, captain the under-20s last season with distinction, a real leader for that young team last season, and he certainly shows he's pretty fearless when he comes into the first team at right mid today just to protect Jack Brown. Also partly to do with us, being pretty short in that right wing area. No Aidan Fogarty today, who's came on on the opening day against Gala. And he's doing well here, and he's on the ball. Here's Martin MacArthur, into the box he goes. Bit of a heavy touch, defender gets back across well. He's able to get it away. Braves trying to keep that pressure up high and win the ball back over the can. John Guthrie reads it fantastically, and Kieran Spears picks it up. Charging towards the edge of the box, tries to slip it into Ross McNeil in the box, who's made a clever run from inside to out. Doesn't quite stick in for the captain there, but clever play by the Braves again, and at point will get play resumed quickly here. Short pass to Sam Campbell. Clipped up, Jack McDowell staying tight on the back of his man. Goes down quite easily there. And there's a free kick for opposition in a dangerous area. Again, not entirely sure numbers on the crowd here. Looks like a decent support today though, and credit to the East Stirlingshire fans that came through in decent numbers for today to support their team. Hopefully they won't have something to celebrate from this free kick though. It's a dangerous area for Greg Spence, and Spence is capable from these areas as he showed early in that first half. When he hit the post after just about 2-3 minutes, closest to East Stirlingshire came, other than a fantastic save from a couple good saves from Bernie White in all fairness, and Greg Spence already fancy this one. It's a nice distance out as well, you'd have to say, gives him the opportunity to get it up and over the wall and back down again. It'll be the former Rafe Rovers man to hit this one right-footed here. Referee blows his whistle. Greg Spence strikes straight into the wall though. It's back into the box again. Good block at close range, and the Braves do get that ball away. At the left-hand side, Greg Spence, tight pressure Martin MacArthur, and he's able to spin him there, but Tino's not letting him get away easily. Clips his heels, and East Stirlingshire should keep coming up the right-hand side. Defending here, cross is delivered in, up high. Bernie White makes the shout, comes up, claims that one massively. 85 minutes gone, the Caledonian Braves leading by 1-0. Long ball launched up towards Ross McNeil. Can't quite get onto it, and Gomez can touch it back the way. Good pressure up there from Christian Getka. A man that never stops running, and he's done really well. He's done superbly there. Greek, nice footwork as well, back to Martin MacArthur. Nice little 1-2 there, touched it into the box. Tino, but a little bit too heavy there, keeps the pressure on. Jack Brown, fantastic defending there from Jack again, doing really well. The Braves getting back into the shape here. Second straight game, nervy end set up the Caledonian Braves, leading by 1-0 here at Alliance Park. East Stirlingshire on the attack, ball clipped in. Daniel Martins, he's got his head to everything so far today, and he's done well then again. Jack Brown gets it clear, but only as far as Gomez. 2 blanks before having to stand strong here for the Braves as Gomez clips it into the box. Bernie White watches that, and another comfortable catch for Bernie White there, who's most certainly doing his job in the Braves goal with distinction today. Bernie White now sends a long ball up in the direction of Ross McNeil. Competing well, gets down to Martin MacArthur. A bit rushing that one there, but ball sent across the middle. Braves put the pressure on. Keen Spears steps in, gets his man, not the ball, but it is good pressure still coming from the Braves here when they can. I would say just about 5 minutes left to go in this game. It's probably going to feel like a long one, but do get your comments in for man of the match. See a couple shouts already. Daniel Martin's getting a shout, Bernie White as well. A number of candidates so far in this game. It really has been the definition of a team performance so far, but the Braves do have a big last few minutes if they want to see this one out here. Back defending as a team. The opposition looking to put the pressure on now. Ball's going to be delivered now into the box. Header. It's flicked the wrong way. John Guthrie can pull it in. He's not got too much in front of him here, so sends it back the way. And Robbie Stewart now probably will have to get this ball delivered into the channel up towards Ross McNeil. Can't latch onto that one first, but a bit of headed tennis sees the ball drop down to McNeil. Tries to play it short to Keane Spears, but just sticks a little bit there. Attack coming up the left hand side now. Jack Brown tight onto his man. I won't play my two cards too close to my chest. Jack Brown possibly doing enough to be my man of the match today. His performance in that right back area, steady and steady as ever. The opposition fans on the far side trying to give their team one last boost in this game. It's going to be an in-swinger ball to come in now. It's a dangerous area. It's watched well by the Braves, but it's kept alive at the back. Shot comes off. Thankfully for the Braves, that one flies wide of the goal. Jamie Piper there, 30-year-old captain of our opposition. Can't keep that one on target, and the referee's having a word with Daniel Martins in the middle. Getting plenty of deserved shouts for man of the match as well. I think a bit of pushing and shoving between him and Sam Campbell with that corner kick there. That does waste a few more seconds of this game, which is not what East Stirlingshire would be wanting ideally. We are on 193 likes, guys. Can just tip us over to 200 with that, and I'll be almost as happy as I would be with a Braves win to follow as well. Really appreciate all the support today. I think this Braves team performance deserves a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate all the support. As I said already today, the numbers have been absolutely fantastic. Almost 2,000 viewers in total today, so really appreciate all the support around the world. And here at Alliance Park, that's some great defending from Jack McDowell, who's doing a great job in the heart of that defence. Things getting a bit frustrating for these Stirlingshire players on the park here, but they do still have time for a late push here. It's Greg Spence dropping deep to get the ball again. Good defending John Guthrie to get deflection onto that. Martin McCarthy that saves the corner kick there. 90th minute here now. East Stirlingshire do not have time to waste here, and it's Greg Spence who's been popping up to demand the ball all over the park here, and he's the one recycling it there to get the throw going quickly for opposition. All 11 Braves players back in the defensive third there pretty much now. Looking just to defend late on here as a cross is sent in. It's going to be flicked across the middle. Jack McDowell gets his head onto it well. Braves having to defend here, and Tristan Geck has done well, and he releases it up towards Ross McNeil. He's by himself up there. He's got support coming from Martin McArthur. McNeil slows it down, sends across into the middle. Keane Spears has almost got to it. I thought Keane was going to latch onto that, but does keep it live at the back now. He's got options in the middle here. Stands up his man, goes around the outside of him. Slide challenge comes in. That one's out of play. Keane Spears attempted cross. Stop there, and East Stirlingshire will play out from the back now. Long ball launched up into the channel. Bernie White makes the claim, gets a punch onto it. It does come back to Greg Spence. Thankfully, John Guthrie's right on him as well. Another man of the match option in there. John Guthrie's been superb. 60 minutes at right back into his home at centre mid. He's been superb alongside Christian Geck, who has so much energy. The 10 men of the Braves here doing superbly throughout this match. Martin McArthur getting back to defend. Fantastic slide tackle from Tino there though. Gets nothing but the ball there. In a dangerous position. Alleviate that pressure for the Braves. Ross McNeil back to play. Gives it to John Guthrie. Launches it over the top. Christian Geck is there. He's going to get his foot onto it. Touches it down. I don't know where Christian Geck is going to go. He's by himself here, so he goes into the box. A few step overs. Keeps going. Cuts inside. Shoots. It's blocked. Comes back out again. Position back in possession. Martin McCarthy putting some tight pressure onto Sean Brown there, but East Stirlingshire do play their way out the right hand side. It's clipped over the top into the channel towards Greg Spencer, who's able to pull it in. Jack McDowell gets to it. His last ditch defending for the Braves, shot comes off and it's just wide of the target. I don't know how that's not gone in there. Greg Spencer with the goal gaping. And the Braves players defending everything they've got there. Thank goodness. Just wide it goes, and wide of the goal for the Braves. Back defending here. I do see we've smashed the 200 likes mark on this, so thanks for that, everyone. I really do appreciate that. But the Braves into additional time here. Long throw launched into the box now. Martin McCarthy doing really well there defensively. Cross delivered in again. Repelled by the Braves. Greg Spence deep. Takes a touch. Bundles Christian Gecker over. And the Kriegs one foul for the Braves, the edge of the box. And that is absolutely massive for the Braves here. Into stoppage time now. I'm not entirely sure quite how accurate the wee timer there is on our stream, just to clarify for any of our viewers, but we are certainly into the 90th minute here. And it's certainly a matter of minutes left in this game for the Braves, who will still probably have a bit of defending to do, but as things stand, have this 1-goal lead here. 10 men of the Braves. Hopefully they can hold on to it here as Bernie White launches the free kick up long down the left hand side towards Ross McNeil. It's going to go straight into the corner flags. McNeil, if he can hold it up here. That's just ran out before though. Braves bench disagree with the decision from the linesman there. Not too long left to go in this game. Throw sent up the line. Solly praying here that the boys can hold on to this 1-0 scoreline here. Devastating if they lose out here as our opposition attacking. Ball slipped into the box and it runs out for the Braves goal kick. Surely can't be long left to go. The boys working really hard out here. And the full-time whistle's blown. And it's 3 points for the Caledonian Braves, who have to play pretty much this entire game with 10 men. With a goal from Reg McLaren in the first half is enough to see out a victory for the Caledonian Braves. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all our viewers. We're actually at 1,999 as the full-time whistle goes, which clicks over to 2,000 as the full-time whistle goes over. I'd like to say a huge thanks to everyone who tuned in. A victory for the Caledonian Braves today, which puts us 7 points on the board. Great result, fantastic energy and fight from all the lads out in the park. Only the 10 of them, of course, for large spells of the game. And they've done absolutely fantastic to grind that one out. Grind that result out today. Get us 7 points on the board. A result to be proud of, and I'd like to say a huge thank you to all our listeners who have been tuning in around the world. Everyone here at Lions Park as well for their support today. Appreciated by everyone just as much, of course. And 3 points on the board for the Braves in what is a real gritty, grinded out result for the Braves. And after that disappointment on the weekend of dropping points late on, the Braves were able to hold it out today. So I hope everyone has enjoyed the coverage today. 3 points on the board. I've been your commentator, Callum Ratcher, and appreciate all the comments coming in. I hope everyone does go off and enjoy the rest of their Wednesdays, whether it's the afternoon or the evening, where you're tuning in from. Make sure you enjoy that. And I hope the 3 points for the Braves has made your day a little bit better. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back this weekend. Goodbye.